Hello everyone! Welcome to your first step into the amazing world of competitive Pokemon. If you're reading this, you probably love Pokemon just as much as I do. You've likely journeyed through the regions, caught them all, and become the champion in the video games. But what if I told you there's a whole other level to Pokemon battles? That's where the Video Game Championships, or VGC, come in. VGC is the official competitive format for Pokemon battles, organized by the Pokemon Company International. It's a place where trainers from all over the world come together to test their skills, strategies, and love for the game in thrilling, high-stakes matches. VGC isn't just about having the strongest Pokemon. It's a true test of your mind. It's like a fast-paced game of chess where every move counts. You have to predict what your opponent will do, make smart decisions under pressure, and adapt your strategy on the fly. The community is one of the best parts. You'll meet so many people who share your passion, make new friends, and learn from some of the most brilliant players out there. Whether your goal is to become a world champion or just to have fun and experience the competitive scene, VGC offers an incredible journey that will challenge you and help you grow as a trainer. Getting started can feel a little intimidating, I know. You see top players with their complex strategies and perfectly built teams, and you might think it's too difficult. But trust me, every single one of those players started exactly where you are now, as a beginner with a love for Pokemon. This guide is here to break it all down for you, step by step. We'll go over everything from the basic rules to building your first team and preparing for your very first tournament. My goal is to show you that you have what it takes to compete and enjoy this fantastic part of the Pokemon world. So, get ready to take your Pokemon journey to the next level. This is where the real adventure begins. It's a path filled with exciting battles, strategic depth, and a vibrant community waiting to welcome you. You'll learn more about the game than you ever thought possible and create memories that will last a lifetime. Forget everything you thought you knew about just clicking the strongest move. We're diving deep into the strategy that makes Pokemon the best competitive game in the world. Let's get started on your path to becoming a VGC master. First things first, let's talk about the rules. VGC battles are quite different from the single battles you might be used to from the main story of the games. The core format is double battles. This means you and your opponent each have two Pokemon on the field at the same time. This simple change adds a huge layer of strategy. You have to think about how your two Pokemon work together. Do they have moves that support each other? Can one Pokemon protect the other? The possibilities for combinations and creative plays are almost endless, which is what makes doubles so exciting and dynamic. The next key rule is about your team. Before a battle, you and your opponent will see each other's full team of 6 Pokemon. This is called Team Preview. It lasts for 90 seconds, and it's one of the most important phases of the game. During Team Preview, you must choose just 4 of your 6 Pokemon to bring into the actual battle. This is a critical strategic decision. You need to look at your opponent's team, guess which 4 Pokemon they are most likely to bring, and then select the 4 from your team that give you the best matchup against their likely choices. VGC also has specific clauses to keep battles fair and competitive. One of the most important is the species clause, which means you can't have 2 of the same Pokemon on your team. For example, you can't have 2 Charizards. Another rule is the item clause, which states that no 2 Pokemon on your team can hold the same item. This forces you to be creative with your item choices and spread them out strategically across your team. These rules encourage diversity in team building and prevent players from relying on overly powerful repetitive strategies, making each match unique. Finally, the VGC format changes every year. This is called a regulation. Each new regulation might allow different Pokemon, including specific legendary or paradox Pokemon, and sometimes even introduces new rules or mechanics. This keeps the game fresh and exciting, as everyone has to adapt and come up with new strategies each season. For the current 2025 season, be sure to check the official Play Pokemon website for the latest rule set. Understanding these fundamental rules, double battles, team preview, and the clauses is your first major step toward being ready for a tournament. Now for the most creative part, building your team. This is where you get to express yourself as a trainer. Your team of 6 Pokemon is your personal toolkit for every battle. A good VGC team is all about synergy, how well your Pokemon work together. You can't just pick your 6 favorite Pokemon and hope for the best. You need to think about roles. Some Pokemon are offensive attackers, designed to deal massive damage. Others are supportive, using moves like Protect, Helping Hand, or setting up weather or terrain to help their partners. A balanced team usually has a mix of both. A great way to start is by picking one or two core Pokémon that you really want to build around. Maybe it's a powerful attacker like Chi-Yu, or a bulky setup Pokémon like Archaludon. Once you have your core, think about what they struggle against. If your main attacker is slow, you might need a Pokémon with speed control, like one that knows the move Tailwind or Trick Room. If your core is weak to a common type like Fairy-type Pokémon, you should add a Pokémon that can handle them, like a strong Steel or Poison type. Building a team is like solving a puzzle. Don't forget about the details. Abilities, natures, EVs, and items. These are what make your Pokémon truly yours. EVs or effort values allow you to customize your Pokémon's stats. Do you want your Rillaboom to be as fast as possible? Or do you want it to be bulkier to survive more hits? These are the decisions you'll make with EVs. Natures also boost one stat while lowering another. And as we discussed, your item choices are crucial. An item like a Choice Scarf can make a slow Pokémon surprisingly fast, while a Focus Sash can guarantee a fragile attacker survives at least one hit. Don't be afraid to get ideas from others. Websites like Victory Road, VGC, and top player streams or YouTube channels are fantastic resources. You can look at teams that have done well in recent tournaments, often called rental teams, which you can use in the game with a simple code. Using a rental team is a great way to learn the ropes without the pressure of building a perfect team from scratch. It lets you focus on learning how to battle first. Once you're more comfortable, you can start tweaking the team or building your very own from the ground up. Okay, so once you have your team, whether it's one you built yourself or maybe a rental, it's time to practice. This is really where you start to truly learn how to play the game. The best place to start practicing is on the in-game ranked battle ladder in Pokémon Scarlet and Violet. This will match you up against players from all around the world, and honestly, it gives you a chance to see all kinds of different teams and strategies. Don't worry about your rank at first. Seriously, the goal here isn't to get to Master Ball tier overnight. The goal is to learn. Just pay attention to what works and what doesn't. During your practice matches, focus on learning your team inside and out. You need to understand all of your options on any given turn. Think about what your best leads are against the common Pokémon you see. When is the right time to use Protect? When should you switch a Pokémon out? Try to think a few turns ahead. Ask yourself, if I make this move, what is my opponent most likely to do in response? This kind of critical thinking is honestly what separates good players from great players. It's a skill that takes time and, yeah, a lot of battles to develop, so be patient with yourself. It's also a great idea to save the replays of your battles, especially the ones you lose. Watching your losses back is one of the most powerful learning tools you have. When you're not in the heat of the moment, you can analyze the game way more clearly. Where did the battle turn? Did you make a mistake at team preview? Did you misjudge how much damage a certain move would do? Take notes on what you could have done differently. This process of self-reflection will help you spot your own bad habits and improve much faster than just playing game after game without thinking. Beyond just playing, try to immerse yourself in the VGC community. Watch top players on YouTube and Twitch. Listen to how they talk through their plays and decisions during a match. You can learn so much by understanding their thought process. There are also a bunch of online communities, like on Discord, where you can find practice partners, ask for advice, and discuss strategies. Participating in smaller online tournaments is also fantastic practice. It gives you experience with the tournament structure in a low-pressure environment, and it really helps build your confidence for a real-life event. So, the day of the tournament is here. It's totally normal to feel a mix of excitement and nerves. The key to success is preparation, both in-game and out. First, make sure your team is locked in and ready to go on your Nintendo Switch. Double-check that all your Pokémon have the correct moves, items, and abilities. You'll need to download the digital rules for the tournament from the Battle Stadium menu, which locks your team. So make sure you do this before you leave home. Pack your bag the night before. You'll need your Nintendo Switch, your charger, and honestly, a portable power bank is a lifesaver. Staying organized is super important. I highly recommend bringing a pen and a small notebook. During your tournament matches, you're actually allowed to take notes between games. You can jot down your opponent's team, their potential items, or their lead combinations from the previous game. This information is incredibly valuable for games 2 and 3 of a set. It helps you remember key details and make better adjustments. Also, pack some water and snacks. Tournament days can be long, and staying hydrated and energized will help you stay focused and play your best throughout the day. Your mindset on tournament day is just as important as your strategy. Remember to stay calm and focus on one game at a time. It's really easy to get overwhelmed, but just breathe. If you lose a game, don't let it get to you. VGC matches are best of 3, so you always have a chance to come back and win the set. Think about what went wrong, make an adjustment, and focus on winning the next game. And most importantly, be a good sport. Win or lose, always thank your opponent for the match with a handshake and a smile. We're all here because we love Pokemon. Finally, and honestly, this is the most crucial piece of advice I can give you. Have fun. This is your first tournament. The goal is not to win the whole thing. The goal is to gain experience, meet new people, and enjoy the competitive atmosphere. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Celebrate your wins, learn from your losses, and just soak in the entire experience. Talk to other players, trade stories, and make friends. Your first VGC tournament is a major milestone in your Pokemon journey. Be proud of yourself for making it this far, and no matter the outcome, you'll walk away a better player and part of an amazing community. Good luck, trainer.